I'm your host, Benny. You can find me on Instagram at Benny_Margilla, along with my co-host.
G, you can find me on Instagram at Way to Go Smiles.
And we are Quotes by Many Podcasts. How y'all doing? I'm excited for this episode. Just because we wanted to get more female entrepreneurs on here that's really killing it in their industry. She's only 23 years old and killing it right now in the lash industry. Cam.
Hey y'all, so my name is Cam. Y'all can find me on Instagram at The Celebrity Co. That's my business one. My personal is Celebrity Cam.
Thank you, Cam, for coming. We really appreciate you. We want you to know on this podcast that everybody pass away, but in here you're going to live forever. So the words you speak today is going to live forever. People going to be able to play this for many, many years, and they're going to get to know Cam as a person. So, Cam, we always start our podcast off with a quote of the day. We want to know, what's your favorite quote?
Okay, so listen, y'all. I don't have a favorite quote, but I can give y'all two, right? I can give y'all two quotes.
We appreciate that.
Well, one is a quote and one is a scripture, actually, a verse,
Okay.
right?
Ooh.
Right. Ooh, that's different, right?
Like
y'all ain't
that.
never had that. Y'all ain't never had that. Y'all ain't never had that.
We
Right.
never had that.
So, with the scripture, right? So, my favorite one is Psalms 46:5. It's literally tattooed on my neck. Like,
Okay.
I literally, like, y'all. So, that's God is in her, she shall not fail.
Okay.
Like, period. I feel like that's something that I apply to my life. I feel like that's facts. I feel like whatever I do, if I fail at anything, it wasn't meant for me. I can't
Definitely.
never fail.
That's how I feel, too.
Right. And so that's my favorite scripture per se. And then my favorite quote. Now, don't laugh, y'all, at this, right? Because it's recently came out in a song.
Over.
And everybody talking about
I wonder what song it is.
Right. So, I'm big. But no, so it's every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. I know y'all heard that. Glorilla, right? She said every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow.
Right, okay.
But that's facts, though.
Uh-huh.
I feel like, and that's something that I could say I apply to myself, too. I feel like you're going to have bad days. Like I said, every day is not going to be a good one.
Definitely.
Everything isn't going to go your way, but it's always tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
always tomorrow.
It's always a fresh start.
It's always a fresh start.
And you start every day with a fresh start. You don't worry about tomorrow. You don't worry about yesterday.
I would be lying if I said I didn't.
Okay.
I think humans, of course you want to reflect and things going, eat at you sometimes. But I will say I try to wake up every day and make that day a good day, regardless of what happened yesterday or regardless of what I got going on. I feel like I do get up and try to make the best of my day.
Me too. I wake up every day with a smile on my face. It's just happy to just be here and be living and be just a new opportunity. Because you never know what's going to happen in a day. You just never know. Like, so many opportunities just come just out the wind. And I just be so, appreciative for everything. And that's really what it's all about. So we since we started off right there, talk about those days that you don't win. How do you push yourself through those days when you don't win?
I would say, how do I? I mean, like I said, I feel like I always tell myself, like, everybody has bad days. Like, literally. It don't matter if you rich. The Kardashians have bad days. It don't matter if, it don't matter who or what they doing in life, you're going to have a bad day. And so I think my biggest thing is I just have to learn, because it's still a learning process. But I be trying to tell myself to just be okay with things not being okay.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. Like, literally.
Right.
It don't be the end of the world when you're having a bad day or something's not going right. It's not the end of the world. It's always tomorrow. And at the end of the day, everybody got something going on.
Everybody.
Literally. So it's not selective just to you.
Right, everybody got life, and everybody
life,
feel like,
and life be lifing. So it's like, no, for real, like, life be lifing. So I just try to tell myself that, like, don't sweat anything too much, because at the end of the day, you can really only trip about things that you can control, for one.
Right, it's all about the bounce back.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, it's all about the get back. And I feel like if you spend too much time dwelling, that's you wasting time.
Come on, that time you can't get back.
Right. So that's how I be thinking about it.
On the solutions.
Definitely. So where did that confidence come from? Where did that build from? You always been this confident?
I guess so. I don't think I'm that confident. I mean, I'm confident, but
I think you're really confident because you got your own business. You walking out on faith and you betting on yourself. So I want you to know that that's really, really confident. A lot of people not doing that. So I see that you very, very confident that you willing to, risk losing to, for the bigger reward if you might could win. So, where did that come from? You gotta come from something. I know you confident. You
like I said, I can say I'm confident, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, I feel like, honestly, I guess self-confidence is something that I feel like everybody should have at the end of the day. I know it's, like I said, easier said than done. But I don't know, for me, it's just, I wake up every day and I know I do what I'm supposed to do. So what you gonna tell me? That's kind of how I be feeling about sometimes.
Right. So how do you evaluate what you're supposed to do?
Oh, that's a good question. And now I'm stuck. Look at me now. Now I'm speechless. But no, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know. Like things that I feel like I'm supposed to do. I just feel like waking up every day and handling business. That's things that I feel like I'm supposed to do. Right. Like of course, in a perfect world, everybody would love to wake up and just lounge around and not have anything to do. Of course, in a perfect world. But I feel like I wake up every day. I go to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying my bills. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Checking on my family. I feel like as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, that's handling business. That's how I handle
business.
Yeah. So that's how I think about it.
Definitely. That's how I look at it too. You got to take care of your responsibilities.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. That's how you grow as a person. Taking on more responsibilities, learning from each and everything that, you're a part of. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you said that you're learning, from your lessons and that, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Handling business.
Handling business. That's what I'm going to say.
That's what it's all about. So tell us a little bit about your brand and, why you started. What inspired you to start? Tell us about what you do and why it inspired you to start.
Okay, so I'm a lash technician and salon owner. I recently opened my salon in April of this year, the Celebrity Co. Lash Bar, located in Capitol Heights, Maryland.
Hey,
right? So I started doing lashes about 5 years ago. At first, I started, like I said, I was a college student. So, it was literally just me trying to find a side hustle so that I won't be a broke college student,
I know how that be.
Right. So that's kind of where I started. Like I said, when I started, I wasn't taking it that serious. It was just, trying to get little clients here and there to get money to order some clothes. Or, it's homecoming coming up. Let me try to take some clients because I wanted my hair and my nails done. It was kind of like that. And so it's, like I said, it was a side thing for a while. Graduated, it was still, part-time because I got a full-time job. And so I was on lashes, on the weekends and when I got off, things like that. So it was never a first priority, if that makes sense. It was kind of always on the back burner or, like what I did when I had time. Right. But then 2020 came and I went full-time with it.
Okay. Hey.
But, so I went full-time with it and it started working. Like I, at first, of course, was scared because, going from having
and that's what I told you. You got confidence.
Yeah. So
because it's scary.
Listen, it was scary. But listen, I think, and this is how I always say God works in mysterious ways. I always feel like anytime I'm scared of something or like I'm on the fence of something, he really showed me that like you tripping for nothing. Right? Because I was working a job full time, but then I started working from home due to the pandemic. Yeah. And so then I was fake working. I would open my laptop, but I would
that's me every day.
When you work from home, y'all know you just had a computer open, but you doing everything.
Everything else, man. I had to take my time to make breakfast.
Exactly.
I done did everything.
Exactly. So that was me. So I would be working technically still, but I had the time to take on lash clients as if I was full time.
Right. All you had to do was just touch the mouse.
Exactly. So with me doing lash, so with me having that time now to do lashes on a full time schedule without me actually having to quit my job, it showed me like the math didn't make sense. Why am I at work for 8 hours when I could literally make the same amount of money doing 1 or 2 clients? Right. So I was able to see that without me having to full-fledged jump off the porch prior. Does that make sense?
I understand. For sure.
I feel like with God works in mysterious ways like that. I feel like anytime I'm on the fence of something or scared per se, he would like show me like, look, you can do it. Just do it. And so that's how that came about.
So now back to what you said though. You said that you started because you just really wanted to have your own. You know what I mean? You just really wanted to just, be able to pay for stuff on your own. Where did that come from when, we live in a society where it's, my man, my man, my man. So where did it come from just now you want your own? You know what I mean? You want to have your own.
Right. Okay. Mind you, I was young. So going, into college, it wasn't no my man. It was my mother. You know what I'm saying? So and then like I said, I worked through high school. So, of course I wasn't paying bills per se, being a high school college or a college student, but I was still accustomed to having my own money. Right. Being as though I worked, job and stuff during high school. And so now that I'm about to go away to college in Pennsylvania in the middle of nowhere and I have a job, I'm like, bruh, how I'm about to go from having my own money to not having my own money? Got to ask my mother to, it don't give that. So that's kind of where that came about. I just was accustomed to working and get my own. Like, I don't want to stop now. I can't go back to, Mom, I could go cash on me something. Like, no.
You big Cam. Big Cam.
But no, for real, I had stopped doing that in high school. So I'm like, I'm not about to do that now. So I got to figure something out. Right. So that's how that came about.
How important is ownership to you?
I think it's very, especially as a woman.
Right.
Y'all can't really relate, but
As a woman.
yeah, as a woman, I think it's very important. I don't think everybody sees it that way. You know,
Right.
'cause like you said, in the era, it's my man,
My
my
man,
man.
my
A lot
man.
of men scared of y'all though.
Oh, don't now. Oh, that's going to be an hour-long episode. Cause no, for real, that is, and it is very intimidating.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of men.
A
scared
lot
y'all.
of men are very intimidated, whether y'all admit it or not, y'all. But you
I'm
know,
not.
whether
I'm
not
not.
like that's what I'm saying, not y'all personally, but whether men like to admit it or not.
It's boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of boys are intimidated. I mean, because for me, I would want my woman to add to the value.
In a perfect
So
world,
you know what I
would
mean?
think,
I would
you
want her
would
to
think
add.
that, and that's how we be feeling. But then when you come across people, a lot of people are intimidated, and they would really rather they go and pick the next girl who don't have nothing.
Right.
And I don't know if
Because
it's a
they scared.
controlling
That's what
thing,
it's a
if
control. It's a control.
Yeah, I don't
thing.
know what it is.
It's a
but
control thing, and that's why I say it's important about ownership, because it's a control thing. I mean, when you got your own, when you can move on your own, I really don't need you. I really just want to be around you.
Right, exactly.
But you know what I mean? I don't need you. You know what I mean? You could be you can get with the program, or you're not gonna get with the
Right,
program. But the
so-
train's still gonna move.
Exactly.
Regardless.
Regardless, on
Stuff
schedule.
don't stop. Nothing stops. But no, I will say, like I said, I totally agree that men tend to be intimidated by it, and I don't know the reason behind it. I don't know why, and they will never admit it. So you can't
Right.
even ever ask them, because they gonna be like, no, we're not.
I know they,
Yeah,
because
like,
it's a pride
that's
thing.
pride.
It's a pride thing.
Right, but
Gotta be
I
proud.
totally agree. But like, I feel like ownership is very important. Like I said, especially as a woman, because you could say my man, but I don't know. I don't believe in giving somebody that much power.
Right.
Because then you
Right.
let him. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
give him, he could
What
feed
happened
you,
when
he could
y'all
solve
roll?
you.
Like,
Right.
man, break up.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Now
It should be
you
harder than.
exactly. So don't get me wrong. I think if you have a man, he should still be doing for you
Right.
and be a plus.
Right. A
But-
plus. That's
right,
the
right.
that's the
He should-
key right there. The plus. It's not mandatory, right?
Right. No, it's not mandatory. It's not
Right.
mandatory. Well,
It's
let me
about
stop.
value. About value.
Let me stop. Let me shut up. Hold on. Take that back. Right.
It's not mandatory. It's mandatory.
What are you saying? That's not.
I mean, like mandatory that I gotta take care of your responsibilities.
See, no, you're not taking care of my responsibilities, but what you're doing is you're adding value to me. I feel
Right.
like if you're here in my life,
What if I'm adding value by giving you knowledge, and I'm giving
and
you
that's
knowledge
fine,
and
that's
leading you to the
perfect.
water?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
leading you
And
to
that's
the
what
water.
and that's what we want, somebody that can lead us. But
Nah, some ladies want you to take over, lead you to the water, push her face in the water, take her out the water, and do everything.
Like you said, you don't have to do everything. Like you are their, you're not a father. So
Right.
So I do agree that some women are looking for father figures and they want to be taken care of 100%. And I don't agree with
Right.
that. But I do agree with. And I do think it's mandatory that as a woman, if you are dating a man, he should be able to add some sort
Some
of
value,
to
value,
your life.
and that's with friendships,
Right,
anything. Anything. You want to surround yourself with people that's
Right,
adding
so-
value,
right.
assets.
So I do think that a man should add value to your life, and like I said, whether it's in knowledge, whether it's money, whatever the case
Or maybe
is,
if he just coming to get the groceries for you,
right, something.
he add value.
Everybody's requirement is different, So, but yeah, I do agree that anybody, like I said, anybody in your life, that doesn't just go for partners. But what I'm saying, your friends, your family, anybody,
Friends.
should.
Right. So, and with that being said, how do you hold yourself accountable? Because you got to hold everybody accountable, your friends and yourself. So, how do you hold yourself accountable and the people around you?
So for myself, of course, I hold myself accountable. And since we're on the topic of accountability, I do think that it's way easier said than done.
Definitely.
Holding yourself accountable is definitely harder. 'Cause you
God
can hold
blame
somebody
you
else.
first.
Right.
You
You
first.
always gotta take responsibility for whatever situation. At the end of the day, you're in it for a reason. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so I would say for me, I feel like accountability is something I still struggle with. In some areas, like
Right.
especially when it comes to situations with people per se. You
Okay.
will never see what you did, and
Okay.
you always see what the next man did or what the next person did. So for me, I feel like accountability is something I still struggle with.
Okay.
But as far as myself goes, when
All
it
right.
comes to other people, I feel like I don't know. I just like to tell people. I like to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when it comes to my friends and stuff. That's how I hold them accountable. Like, girl, you said you was gonna do that last week, or girl, you supposed to been
Right.
stop doing that. But in a
But
friendly manner, of course.
and you know how that be though. Even if you said it in a friendly manner, a lot of friends take it like you trying to be their dad or you trying
right, be their mom,
trying to be
their
their mom. They look at it as
Hating or
that.
something.
Yeah.
Right, but I also feel like that goes back into
The friends you got around you.
right. You have to know who you're talking to, who you're dealing
Right.
with.
Yeah,
Right.
I believe like your good friends are gonna get on you.
Right.
And they supposed
It's two,
to tell
right.
you when you lacking, when you slacking,
Lacking.
when you doing something right, when you doing something wrong. I love when my friends tell me, "Gee, you was tripping."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I
I'm
love
like,
it too.
"Man,
I love it too.
You know what I mean? Why was I tripping? Now
Right.
I'm learning more stuff about myself that I ain't know and ways I could tighten up on
Right.
that I ain't had before.
Because you
Or-
might not see it
Yeah.
through your perspective.
Or you got like yes man or yes woman
Right.
around you that
Right.
everything you do is cool. I'm like, yeah,
And you-
I can't be the
can't
coolest
grow. Right.
person. I can't in the world. Like, it's no way, you know. So,
But okay,
how was your friendships and like you
Being a businesswoman
being
now,
a businesswoman
that you
know
got
what
less
I mean?
time because
Yeah.
that's how we talk about. It's like when we're so busy with business, it's so hard to make time for everybody. You know, when you trying to be successful and you really try and get somewhere, it's like your time is really really limited. That's why I told you I really appreciate you making the time because I value time a lot, and just that I know how limited it is. You know what I mean? So how do you manage your social life and your work life? How do you
Right.
balance that?
Right, I like to say it's all about balance for me. Like, I of course work, 6 days a week, whatever the case is. So for me, I'm big on scheduling.
Yes.
Like I tell my friends, like, if we plan to go out to eat, let me know weeks advance. You can let me know date and the time and the place to be, and we're gonna stick to that. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, spontaneous stuff is always cool. Oh, what you doing? Nothing. We wanna go get some drinks. Okay, cool. Like
Okay.
that's always still a thing. But for me, scheduling is a big factor because I'm really big on scheduling. I can tell y'all where I'm going to be November 3rd at 3 p.m. today. I can tell you that. So
Yeah,
like
me
for me,
too.
because my schedule already be kind of planned out.
too.
So for me, I just think it's all about scheduling and timing.
Right.
And I'm very punctual. And I don't think
And I apologize for today.
no, not even.
No, and I'm
that
just
was
letting
no
you
shade.
know
That was
because
not no shade.
it's not. I'm just
But-
letting you know. I'm just letting you know. I was.
I think I'm very punctual, and that's something too that I am big on. And then I hate that because I feel like us as African Americans, we don't tend to be punctual at all.
Right. Right.
And so-
And that's why I
Because
said.
people always say, "What you on black people time?"
Exactly.
Right.
Black people time, like we're not punctual at all. So it drives me insane. Like for example,
Right.
I have to lie to my friends about what time the reservation is, for
Just
them
so
to
they can be on
Just so
time.
they can
That's
be on
crazy to me.
time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right,
That's
but
crazy.
so for me, like I said, just scheduling, being
Right.
punctual, just have things organized. I think that's a big key of
and
keeping
that's
balance.
the key to getting. Getting ahead. It's just being organized. I plan like my week, my days, like already, like it's already planned. So I'm just going through the motion. Like that thinking process is already done. How do you plan properly? Like what's the steps you use to plan properly?
I would just say, think of all that I have to do
Right.
first. Like figure out what you have to do. Like of course, you're gonna have things that pop up and little stuff like that. But for the most part, know what you have to do. And schedule your time out correctly. I think those are the two keys. Like have
Right.
it, like literally know what you have to do, and make time for it.
Definitely.
That's like the two biggest things I
How
feel like.
early do you start your schedule? Like early do you
day.
get up and like,
Get moving.
start-
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I have not obtained that point in life when I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning going to the gym. I'm not that girl yet. So for me, my average day starts at like 7, 8 o'clock. I'm not
7,
gonna
8
hold y'all.
o'clock. All right, but
7,
I mean,
8
you just getting out the bed, or you already had your bowl of oatmeal or cereal.
Nah, I'm like getting out of bed.
Getting out the bed.
Yeah, like I'm just
So you
like.
so you. I mean, do you think that limit you? Because a lot of old ladies get up around 5,
For
6.
sure.
That one might get their lashes done by
totally-
6.
I'm not the girl for her. But no, I definitely agree that the earlier you get up, the more productive your
Your
day
day
is
is
going
gonna
to
be,
I
right.
totally stand. I totally.
Because I get up by like 5,
See,
5:30. I'm already done
Opposite
knocked
way,
out.
though.
Like 3
I'm the
goes.
opposite way. Like I stay up later. Like at night it's so quiet, ain't no
Yeah.
birds chirping.
In the morning, it's the same way though.
It ain't nothing going on. Ain't nobody up with me. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
It's
right.
like my awareness shop. I can hear so many miles more. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm like,
see.
God, they the world quiet right there. I really get to lock in.
That's
you know
why I
what
love the
mean?
mornings.
I'm up super late. And
I
then
think it's-
when I wake up, it be everybody that already went to their job and everything. When
Yeah.
I go outside, everybody is
right. So that's what I was about to say. I don't think it's nothing wrong with either way. I do think, for me personally, I think getting up earlier, starting your day earlier is better. But for me, or just like in general, how you saying you a night person and you a morning person, I think it really boils down to what you have to do. Because for example, you can't do what you got to do at night because it's gonna be closed by the time. You know what I'm saying? So you can sleep in and you can start your day later because what you have to do is not ran on the business hour
business
schedule.
hour
So I
schedule,
think it all
yeah.
boils down to what exactly you
true,
have to
too.
do.
Right.
And,
So
whatever
Right.
works best for you, really.
Definitely. That's what I feel like. I feel like that early push, as soon as I get up, I'm just ready. And then at night, I'm like, if I ain't doing nothing, I'm like, I think my brain work the best when I'm up in the morning. Like at night, it starts to just, I'm starting to think about rest too much. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about sleep. My mind ain't really thinking about productivities. But in the morning, I mean, like so many thoughts, so many ideas. I'm just bow.
Like when y'all start scheduling, y'all been scheduling y'all life out. What college did it for you? What you been scheduling high school?
How did you
get started? You scheduling? Like what had you on that type of system?
That type of time, yeah.
I would say, I mean, of course, in college you have to schedule your days out because you got classes and stuff. So, but really, I would say once I stepped into the real world, and between trying to balance work and lashes and this and that, you kind of had to make your schedule, accordingly. So I would say that's when I stepped into the real world and really okay, all right, I got this, that, and to do. Okay, I got to figure out when I'm about to do all of this.
Do you think college for everybody?
No, I don't.
Do you think it was beneficial?
Yes, I do.
Right, me too. I say that.
Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you don't decide that you don't want to go to college, that's fine, but just make sure you're doing something.
I wish I went to college. The networking.
That's what I'm telling you. That networking is crazy.
Let me not say it don't have nothing to do with the degree, but it's really down about to the experience and the networking.
If I would have went to college, I know for a fact I'll be.
Your network will be crazy, bro. That's what I was telling you. Like, a lot of people we was getting on the podcast and stuff, I met off of just school. Like, I know them and they know me just off of face and my face card. They was good with them. So it was like, they like, man, I seen you from way back just getting it grinding. You know what I mean? Like, because they already saluted me. They like, oh yeah, you work hard, you grinding. You know what I mean? Yeah. People that be hustling, they don't mind giving you your flowers. Like, yeah, you be working, bro. So that's when it came to like getting other people on here. They was like, yeah, no question, bro. I know you ain't no funny. Like, you really trying, do something with it. And that's why I feel like, that networking is key.
I wish I would have went to school.
That networking is key, man.
So that's what I always say. I say, so to answer your question, no, I don't think college is for everyone, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like, if you decide, if you graduate high school and decide you don't want to go to college, just make sure you got something that you want to do. I don't support you just not doing nothing. Right. You got to do something, bro.
You got to do something.
You got to do something. But yeah, I say college was very beneficial for me. And like you said, the biggest part of it is for me, especially someone that graduated college and then started to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
A lot of people say, "Oh, you didn't use your degree," but
I used the network.
Right, but I used everything I gained from my experience in college.
Facts.
So I would say, yeah, it was very beneficial.
Definitely. So what made you be an entrepreneur? Your parents, you come from an entrepreneur type family?
No, I don't actually. I'm the first person that works for themselves full time.
Dang, how I feel walking in there, big boss, the lady in charge. How I feel?
It's actually a lot of pressure.
I know.
Surprisingly,
I know.
It's a lot of pressure.
How you deal with that? Because mental health is, that's big.
Thing.
Yeah,
what brings you peace?
Right.
I'm still trying to figure that out. No, but that's real though. I really am still trying to figure out what exactly brings me peace.
What exactly
brings you peace? That's one I can't answer that. I really I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Are you good with yourself? Like, are you good hanging out with yourself, being around yourself?
Yeah, I can definitely hang by myself.
House by yourself.
I can definitely hang by myself. For me, I think if I had to answer what brings me peace right now, it's literally like
a vacation.
Yeah, I love traveling. And then just like, I don't know, like doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it.
Right.
That's so I guess it's the freedom.
Yeah, the freedom.
And that's what entrepreneurship brings.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I love it. Yeah, it's just the freedom.
Right there.
Yeah, that's like the best part.
So you willing to endure that pressure right now that's on your shoulder to be free.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure. And like you say, it's crazy the way it is set up like that because, it is a lot of pressure because people it's I think what it really is though, like especially like when it comes to your family and stuff like that. Of course they love you and support you and everything, but it's really like
they don't see that vision.
They don't see the vision
at first.
They don't see it at all.
At first, they don't see it at first, but when that dough come in,
yeah, like
when the
right now
when the dough come in, you knew something, man. I seen it. They always say I seen it. I knew you was going. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. So it's right. So it's
now
the pressure of them.
Yeah.
It's, right. It's them not seeing it, and it also. I think a lot of it is also like they wish they would have did it.
Right. And that's why I said that confidence. They wasn't as confident enough to, because it's to walk out on your own. It takes a lot of confidence. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People they probably wanted to do that, but so many people was like, nah, man, you ain't gonna succeed, or nah, man, this ain't the route to go. Go do this. Go work for somebody, or go do that. You know what I mean? It's just so many people that stray you away from being great. You know what I mean? That you got to be a strong-minded individual to really walk out on faith.
Right. And I think a lot of it also has to do with generations. Like, that wasn't a thing back in the day.
It wasn't.
So now, they're shook.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't a thing back in the day.
That's what we're doing. Nowadays, entrepreneurship is kind of on the up. Like a lot of people.
I mean, I told you, because I was an entrepreneur before even knowing I was an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, I think it's like, how can I explain it? It's like, it's not really, I think now it's just the information is so available.
Right.
You know what I mean? Back then, the information, because it's like, you are, if you doing your
Social
thing.
Media.
Yeah, you doing your thing. You an entrepreneur already, but you just don't know the terminology of what you're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like account payable, you know what I mean? Or inventory, just the words and the business plans, just how to really structure it out. And that's why I say college was good, because it taught me more the paperwork side of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Be able to construct a good email to reach out to somebody. You know what I mean? And just talking that type of, you know what I mean? That type of stuff, it really shaped me, because I was around just people that don't write properly. You know what I mean? Just little stuff like that you take for granted. Like, you might be saying, it's just the way you got to be effectively communicating with everybody, so you can, you know what I mean, touch everybody,
writing, all that type of stuff,
right? At a medium level, so you can affect, or you talk to everybody. How effective do you communicate, and how big is communication to you? Even though you're a one-man show,
right?
You got a team?
She don't got a team. I talked to her. She said she don't got a team. She a one-man band right now. She doing it.
Right, but no, I think communication is definitely key. Communication is key. Like how you talk to someone, how you address someone, the tone in which you say it, the way you.
And I learned that. It's the tone.
It's all about your delivery. It's all about your tone. It's all about your delivery. And also, like I said, with college, are you saying communication is also something that you learn, of course. Right. And then for me, it's professionalism. A lot of people don't know that.
Professionalism.
That's something, especially like now, like somebody, for example, that want to start doing lashes or, start on something. You could pick up some tweezers and do it, but can you run a business?
Right.
And that's different.
That's the
And that's with anything. Somebody can do hair. Okay, girl.
But do you know the business of it?
Yeah, but can you run it's more than just people paying for service. They're paying for a good environment. Right. They're paying for good vibes. They're paying for. So if you just going in there and you nasty, or your communication is bad, or you're late, or that's not good business.
Tell them good business.
You could do the skill. I'm not taking no credit from your work, but it's more than that.
It's about doing
something that, especially now that everybody, like you said, is get rich quick. They just want to pick up something. Let me take some clients. I can make $100, but it's the communication and the service is what's going to make it, and longevity. That comes from good communication and effective business planning and running it.
I believe giving like people the experience, making their experience with you totally different from anywhere else they can go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Then I believe like some people, I don't mean to say there's no type of way, but if you ain't got that, you need to go get with a boss who got that.
Mentorship.
And that don't mean you working for them,
just working with them.
You know what I mean? To learn certain skills and have certain things already done. You know what I mean? Having you know what I mean? This person gonna organize all of this. You know what I mean? So you ain't gotta worry about this. You know what I mean? They giving you a schedule now. But it ain't no pay cut. You still making the same money. People just don't want the entitlement. They pride. They don't want to feel less of a person. You know what I mean?
And that's what we was talking about that on the podcast. Like, we want to work with people, but everybody want to get paid. And we telling them like, right now, I mean, I understand everybody want to get paid, but right now we want to work with people that want to build. Like, they see something bigger than just the money. You know what I mean? Even though because we not really getting no money right now. To be honest with you, we ain't getting no money. I mean, we able to take your benefit. I mean, from quotes alone, the business. We not really getting no money from it to be able to cut checks, but we want to build it. We're not shying away from it because it's not about the money. It's about the people that text me and write me every day that be like, you know what I mean? Your podcast really opened my eyes today. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What y'all talking about really, I like that. I had people come to me to MGM like 2 days ago just dabbing me up. I ain't even know them. It's like, yo, your podcast, that's good. That's good bump right there. You know what I mean? I'm tapping in. Like, so this little stuff like that, I'd rather that than, you know what I mean, than the money.
I'll be getting the same stuff, but mine come a little bit differently because they think like I started the joint all by myself, this, that, and the third. They don't know the background history me and him got, and I'm just the co-host. Like, how you the co-host? You quotes and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? It'd be more to it, so people coming in different angles, yelling and hooping and hollering. You know what I mean? You know, thinking I'm stepping on their toes and doing this, doing that, da-da-da-da-da, or I'm pushing them away because me and them could have been, you know what I mean? So it just be a whole ongoing situation.
Ongoing. That's why I said it's all about just having that effective communication. Like, we got the understanding that, you know what I mean? I don't care who the boss is. I don't care if I'm behind the scenes. I don't care if I'm making the drinks. I don't care if I'm on the podcast. I don't care if I'm going to be on the street team. Whatever it's going to take to make quotes the brand stronger, that's what I'm willing to do.
And will you see your Lash company in the next 5 years? Because he was talking about 10 years, take 10 years.
You got to put 10 years on it.
Right. Honestly,
in the next 5, it'll be
yourself.
10.
Right. I want, like I said, next 5 years, I would say, of course, I want to expand.
Right.
I want to get a team. Honestly, I want to be behind the scenes. I want to be off the scenes. I don't want to be doing lashes no more.
Okay.
I want it to be self-running. I want to.
You want to just be the business owner.
Right, literally.
Right. You want to just handle the business.
Yeah, I literally just want to, like, if I want to pop in for the day, I could, but I don't have to be there because it's up and running by itself.
So tell me, just explain, what is it to conduct great business and the benefits of just doing great business?
I would say the benefits of it.
The benefits of it, and why is it important to do good business? You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if you mess up, you know what I mean? Somebody might mess up on a client and just be like, forget that client. But how important is it to fix that relationship, to make sure they leave happy, to be good business, just great business?
Right. I say it's important because that's where the longevity comes in. You're not going to last if you're not providing good service.
Right.
People are just coming. Don't be wrong. Your work is the reason they might be coming, but your service is why they're going to come back.
Facts.
So I think that's the importance of it. You know, if you want to continue to last and grow, and because, you know, like I said earlier, like, lashing is an oversaturated market, right? And so what's gonna make you stand out?
Definitely. What makes you stand out? Your brand, your experience. You feel like?
I would say for me, I guess you could say my experience, but really, I just think it's authentic. I feel like
it's real.
It's real. I can say I didn't do it because
for the money.
Right. I didn't do it because I saw somebody. No, I really did it because it's something that I wanted to do, and I stuck with it. And you know, despite whatever I had going on, it was always there.
Right.
And I can say that I did it by myself.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Right. I can say I did it by myself, and you know, that's what I would say would be different. You know, and I actually put the work in.
How important is it to put the work in? You know what I mean? Because when you put the work in, that's when you appreciate it the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you really put the work in.
You put that work in. Because, I feel when you say that. Because when I'm really putting that work in and I sit back and just look at it, like, I feel so more accomplished.
It feels
when
way
I don't
better.
dish the task off. Yeah. You know, when I really, like, hands-on with it, and I really, like, dang, I really took the time, and this really
like,
my
I
create.
did that. Like, that's how you feel. Like, I did that.
I did that. So how did it feel when you did that?
Right. Like, for me, my biggest I did that moment, like I said, it would be in April when I opened my shop. I would say, like, I did that.
I did that.
I did that for somebody I did that. You know, like, going... Like I said, going, you know, from doing lashes in college to doing lashes in my mother's basement to doing lashes in a suite.
And that's a beautiful thing with your parents to let you do that in their crib.
Yeah, no, like, that's literally, like, in college, when I be coming home on the weekends, I'm doing it in my mother's basement. Then
she ain't let you do it in her room?
Nah. But no, for real. And then, like, so from there, like I said, so doing it in college, you know, stretched out across dorm rooms to... doing it in my mother's basement to doing it in a suite. Right. To now having my own shop. That's work.
I know.
That's work.
And what kept you going? What kept you going? What kept you working? You know what I mean? Because when you first started, you probably wasn't getting what you wanted. You didn't get the number that you wanted.
Right.
So what made you keep going even though you weren't getting the number that you wanted?
I could say just knowing that it was more that I wanted.
Right.
I didn't know exactly where I wanted it to go.
Right.
5 years ago. But I knew I wanted it to be something.
Facts.
And then also, like, I will say, like, your circle and your community has a lot to do with it. When you have people rooting for you,
right.
and you see people supporting you,
it makes you go.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people actually, rocking with me and they actually come and they really supporting me, like, maybe, like, why should I stop if they really coming or they really support me or they really be posting my stuff or they really,
they really vibing.
Yeah, so I said it was like a combination of that.
So, on this journey, a lot of friends come and go. So how do you deal with that? Like, a lot of people, are you still solid with your day ones, or you got a new circle, or how did that work?
No, I'm pretty still close, like, to, like, all my friends I had in middle school.
Okay, that's good.
Literally.
That's good.
Of course, I met my lifetime friends in college that,
that's going to be there.
Right, that's going to be there. So I would say I kept a pretty good relationship with my childhood friends and everything. Like, of course, you have a few that bit the dust.
Hey.
But, hey. I mean, for me, like, when that happens, I don't really sweat it that much. Right. It just wasn't meant to be. Ain't no beef. It wasn't meant to be. Yeah, ain't no beef. Ain't no bad blood. It's not no issues. It's just maybe me and you just wasn't on the same vibe.
You don't want it back in blood?
Nah. No. Like I said, I never had nothing that ended, or none of my friendships that ended bad, if that makes sense. It's just more so like we just fell off, or more so like somebody might have felt a certain type of way and they just fell back. It wasn't never no arguing and fussing and fighting, and it wasn't nothing like that. So
because they say your friends are you could, by your friends you can determine who you gonna be. You believe that?
I do believe that to a certain extent. I do think at the end of the day everybody is their own person, but I'm a firm believer in, like, your circle is definitely, it could be detrimental or it could be positive. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree. Like, of course, everybody, like I said, is going to have their own careers or be doing their own thing. But I do think that you need to hang around a circle of people that are doing something.
That's doing something.
Right. If you hang around everybody and they have no job, they getting no money, how do you think you're going to be getting some money? It doesn't work like that.
It's the trickle effect. You know what I mean? Like, because if I'm getting 100 million, a couple million going to trickle down to you. Yeah. And then a couple, you know what I mean? That's how I feel like. That's why I don't mind working for no money.
We all got to go through the door side by side. Right. We can't fit through the door if we come in the door side by side.
All at the same time, right?
I like that, G.
Gotta go first.
Yeah,
somebody got to go first. Hey.
That was a good one.
You know what
Facts,
I mean? You can't fit like that.
You can't. Somebody got to go first, and I'm going to pull you.
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes you need the strongest man in the back to push.
Right. Hey.
That was a good one. So,
I'm telling you, it's the Martinis, man. It's the he talking. Hey, shout out to Tay, man. Shout out to Tay, huh? Tay bringing the vibes today, huh? Because it's definitely you do need the strongest one to push, man. And that's why I say it's all a team. It's a team.
He might be the brokest, but the strongest.
Right.
You know what I mean? He got the team mentally. He got the team in different ways.
In different ways.
You know what I mean? He might not be the flyest.
Play their different roles.
Definitely.
Everybody got different roles, and we all gonna be. We could share the same dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? We could live all good together.
And that's good that you said that, because I wanted to touch on that. Being a lash tech, teaching people your craft. A lot of people get intimidated at when people jump in that field. Somebody might blow past you. I don't want to show her how to do that because she might.
I ain't gonna show them the right way.
You know what I mean? They get scared. But how do you still stay confident? That's what I said, that confidence. How do you still stay confident? Like, I'm still gonna be 10 toes. I'm still gonna have my clients. I'm still gonna do me, and I can still show you how to win too.
Right. I would say it's just knowing, like I said, having that confidence. And like I said, with lashing, it's a very oversaturated market already, right?
Definitely.
But how many bread companies is it? How many gas stations is it? How many fast food places is it? Everybody has something special to offer. My style of how I do lashes might be different than how you do lashes.
Right.
Because you might.
So tell us about that co-experience. That co-experience when we come in there, like we get our hand washed, because I go to some restaurants, they want to wash my hands.
See, no, you got I got hand sanitizer for you, right? I got hand sanitizer for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the moist.
You ain't got the hot towels,
I ain't got that. But like you come in, it's good. But first of all, my shop is really cute. If you say something,
I got to come visit it. Huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like I said, you come in, it's hand sanitizer. You got wine, you got drinks, you got snacks.
Ooh.
Right, you come in the back. It's comfortable. I got the Summer Walker playing for you. Yeah, I know. You know the vibe. I'm setting the vibes.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, it's
got the candles.
Come on now.
Okay, you got the pumpkin. Got the pumpkin vibes going on.
I don't like pumpkin spice. I'm not a pumpkin spice type of girl. You know what I'm saying? I got the champagne toast. Bath and Body Works.
With the champagne.
That's what we want.
Okay.
Like the fall smells.
You don't? I love pumpkin, bro. I'm a pumpkin guy.
I'm not a fall smell.
You jump me into winter. The winter smells a little fresher.
Gingerbread.
I don't like that. I don't like the seasonal.
Gingerbread either.
Yeah, I'm not a seasonal smells type of girl.
Nah, you know what you like. What you like.
I like what I like. I'm a mahogany tea wood.
I like mahogany tea wood.
Champagne.
We offer that. We offer that. We offer that.
We offer that. But yeah, now like I said, you just come in. It's good vibes. Like I said, you're going to get service on time. You're not coming in and I got to tell you, oh wait, 30 minutes. I'm still finna up somebody else. When you walk in the door, I'm ready for you.
You already ready?
I'm ready for you. Just come on, lay down, tell me what you want. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And then I have my, you know what I'm saying, either we're gonna chop it up, because you want to be talking table, or I'm gonna let you to sleep.
Right. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
You got that amnesia spray? What's that? What is it called? That sleeping sleeping stuff that put you to sleep? The dentist joint, it put you to sleep.
Okay, no. What? I'm not giving out anesthesia. Like, no.
She might put you to sleep for you and all that. Give you the experience. She said, you go to sleep if you want. I mean,
like
shit.
That.
What's up above?
No. Like I said. So that's how it is for me. Like I said, I just think about good service and you know what I would like.
Facts. And I think that what you said, that punctual takes you a long way, because that's how me and my barber got locked in. Like my other barber, he want to sit me in the shop, and I told him I'm not a shop guy. I can't sit in the shop to 3 heads. You tell me when I'm ready and I'm gonna be here. That's how we got locked in, because I like to be productive. I can't sit in the shop, bro.
Right. I just think whoever it is, it gotta stay business. If we doing business, let's do business.
Right.
If I'm calling you for business, let's do business.
And that's really hard.
If your friends, people like, you my man, and da 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 da. I could slide him in for you and da da da. No, bro, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like even with selling merch and stuff, people think you're supposed to hold it. They want
a discount.
A discount. Right. They want this. They want that.
Facts.
Not like once you support the brand, it's bigger than
that.
Just me. It's like pay my bills.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we giving out to the community. We got it. Right. We ain't getting paid from this podcast. We ain't. It's a lot of this stuff comes from the community.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people. It's just we gotta get on one type of turn. That's why I think this podcast is best. So we get on one.
Cool. It ain't all about the money, y'all. It's not all about the money. It's all about the relationship.
You know what I mean? The relationship and the business.
And the business.
What I mean? Like everything we do. Like you say, we doing drop offs at this time. I hit you. I'm trying to buy your merch, and you saying, meet me at the KFC at 12. I'm there at 12. You like, I'm running late. And da 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 da. Now you got me there.
You make me feel bad, G.
I got somewhere else.
It's no shade.
You know what I mean? So it just be those type of things that come with business and shit. And if you is wrong, you gotta make it up.
Got to. So what's the biggest lesson you learned from opening your shop?
I would say the biggest lesson is I have a few. I don't think.
Okay, drop them down. Drop them.
One.
Gems.
Rome was not built overnight.
Definitely. And tell them again.
That's a quote. Rome was not built overnight.
Facts. And how many years you in the game?
5.
Let them know, man. 5 years in.
For real, it actually takes work and money and dedication and time into making things how you want it. You know, if you want something nice, you're gonna have to make it nice.
You gotta put that money in.
So that's one, and another one. Like I said, come with my shop. You're not gonna get the support from everybody the way you want it.
Right.
And you have to be okay with that.
Right.
And that might hurt sometimes though, honestly.
It do.
Yeah, that really might be hurt because it really might hurt your feelings that somebody really don't support you or you support them or like the way you thought they might have.
Facts. How you deal with that? Like when he like, damn, you really don't want. It make me feel like you really don't want to see me win. Like,
no, really, it really feels like that. Like,
you know
really,
what I mean?
And really like a damn.
And
like,
all I'm looking for is a repost.
And you know what's crazy?
Or something.
Never.
You know what I mean? You don't want to gotta do that.
You're not asking for no money. You're not asking for you to nothing. I'm just asking for you to be there.
Right.
I'm just literally.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's what's crazy. It'd be like, damn, I'm not even asking you for nothing.
And it's crazy that you get the most support from people that don't even know.
Strangers.
And that's crazy. Why is that?
I don't know.
Why is that? Like, I'm like, nigga, you come to my house and eat food in my refrigerator, and I can't eat. I gotta beg you to come.
It's
people
crazy.
On Instagram, real life,
don't even know you.
I don't even know you.
I don't even know you, bro.
I think, of course, I don't have the answers, but if I had to like guess, I would really feel like, I would think the people that are close to you, the ones that you feel like aren't giving you the support, I think they might be, like you said earlier, intimidated or scared. Some cases, like they might be scared of, like
some of them think you gonna leave them behind.
Yeah, I think a part of it might be that.
With me.
Right, I think a part of it.
We
might
all
be
can't
that.
fit through the door.
I think a part of it might be
like
that.
analogy.
And I don't know. I don't know why it's like that, but I totally agree that you get the support from the people you least expected.
Least expected.
People that you encounter one time.
And that's why I say when I was at the MGM, random, I don't even know them. They just like, I follow you, bro, and what you doing right now is good.
But people that you talk to every day might never even listen to this.
They not even listen to it.
Man, when I see certain people repost stuff,
I'm like,
you
shocked.
Dang, like, you ain't never repost none of my stuff. And we cool friends, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, like, it mean a lot to me to see, like, little stuff. Like, dang, even if they like certain stuff on, like, the brand page, I'm like, dang.
Right, that means that you follow it.
Right. You attentive.
Like, it just be the little stuff, like.
The little stuff go a long way.
My family don't even support certain things. Facts. You know what I mean? I be thinking they gonna be the first ones to do this, that, and the third. Right. So it was like, you know, he got a Lord this or
right. It's always little.
They always try to play with you, and you know everything little. But let's just tell them though, how do those small steps add up to the bigger picture? How important are those small things that we doing every day that people say is so small, but it contributes so big to the picture that what we doing?
It's very important because everything's like a puzzle.
Everything.
Right. So what you call them little, those are pieces to the puzzle that have to be put together. Yes. So it's not little. It's a piece.
It's
just a piece of what I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, what I have to do right now to make the puzzle fit and be put together right. So like I said, everybody isn't going to understand that.
They don't.
And it's okay. I had to learn that it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay if somebody's not supporting you. It's okay if they don't see your vision the way you see it, or they don't think your business is that big of a deal, or, they might not understand everything. It's okay. And it's not your job to explain it to them. I'll be happy to learn just to leave it alone. It's okay. Like, all right, you got it. Like, okay, cool.
Right.
That's 100.
That is 100 right there. Because you got to learn that, because you got to have tough skin.
Literally, like, you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to figure out, you know, say everybody else, why the person do that?
Why?
Or why they acting like that? Or why, girl, don't worry about it. Just focus on what you got to do. Because you're going to lose your mind sitting up here trying to worry about why they being shady or why he ain't reposting my stuff or why. You're going to drive yourself crazy.
You got to forget it.
Yeah, like, all right, it's okay. Whatever.
Forgive and forget.
Forgive and forget. Forgive and forget.
I ain't going to forget, though.
I don't know nobody.
I am not forgetting.
You don't forget?
I'm not forgetting.
You don't forget?
I remember.
You remember, but you forget.
Right. I forgave, or I ain't say nothing, but that don't mean I forgot.
Right.
Or I didn't see it.
Right.
Or I didn't peep the shade. I peeped it. I saw it, but I just didn't address it because it's not worth it.
It's definitely not. So how do you evaluate that? What's worth it and what's not worth your energy? Because that's big.
That is big, and I'm still working on that because I used to be very confrontational.
Right. You want to go back. You want to get the last word. You look like you want the last word.
I used to really be like, oh no, because you got me messed up. Like I used to be one of them. Like, but now I found that it's way more peaceful to just never mind, because that takes a lot of energy being confrontational. It takes a lot of energy to go back and forth with somebody over every single little thing.
Everything. So
for me, it was just, you get tired of that. So it was more so just like, you know what, I don't even feel like it. You got it.
You got it. You can have it.
Yeah, like I'm not about to waste my time and my energy. It really don't be worth it. You could have all that energy that you about to put into going back about, you know what I'm saying? You could have put that into something else.
Definitely.
I ain't missing no love. It's more coming.
It's more coming. It's more coming. It's more coming. So when you good vibes, good energy, that's what you attract.
Then like a lot of us in this room, we're not even at the top yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? We still work in progress.
Yes,
so people already
we still trying to get better.
Thinking that
they there.
hit a certain mark or we at a certain, so they want certain shit from us. Right. or think they can just like, nah, you're not entitled to none of this.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So we just gotta stay focused and remind ourselves daily of where we going. What's the bigger picture? When we wake up, don't let none of that bother you. Wake up with a fresh start. Like, dang, I'm about to get to it.
Straight to it.
And I think that's the difference. And like people that, like you said, like have stuff going on or trying to do things for themselves. Like the difference is that it's a mentality difference. I feel as though.
Facts.
Like how you just said, like people might think you hit a certain mark, but you know that it's not even scratching the surface.
This ain't even nothing.
It's not even nothing. But for them, you done did something. Oh my God, and they just doing this. You like, bro, I'm not even doing nothing yet. But that's the difference right there.
Right.
Like you see so much, and you see so much room for growth.
Right.
But somebody else might think you maxed out, and they can't even envision no more because your mind, you're not even capable of thinking as big as me.
Yeah. Your imagination can't go that
far.
far.
You can't even think that far. Like you really can't think. Some people really can't think that far.
No imagination.
Like we be like, bro, I'm not even near what I see, but everybody else can't see no further.
That's your when you opened up your salon. Was it people you thought was gonna come that didn't come? You like, dang, where's so and so?
Honestly, I could say no. I think everybody
showed up.
Yeah, for my grand opening, everybody that I invited showed up. But hear me out. I will say, like from certain people, I don't feel like I got the level of support that like. Just not even about the opening, but just like through the whole process of getting everything done, and like
they didn't want to come paint the wall.
Child, like that's what I was saying. So that's what
get a wall for me. Like, get a door for me.
Right. So it was stuff like that. So everybody showed up to the grand opening and went to the club with me.
Yeah. You know they did for that.
Right. Everybody went to the club.
Oh yeah. They might call you and ask you.
And, come and take pictures and all that stuff. Everybody was there.
How many people was in the jungle with you when you was painting the walls?
Right. Literally.
When you was up early laying down the floors.
Man, literally, I could say. It was my parents, for real.
Right, and that's usually what it is. It's just usually you and your parents. Because when it come down to it, when you need them, they always find a reason why they can't be there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You could schedule with them 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but when it get to the day, they like, yo, bro, my tie, bro, my shoes, bro, I don't got no shoes for you.
People don't know the smallest stuff.
Right.
You know what
Take
I mean?
it a long way.
It's take you a long like I enjoy the small stuff. You know what I mean? Pull up, say what's up real quick. Right. You know what I mean? Text me.
Right, or even just ask me. Ask me how it's going.
Like, how it's going.
Ask me what you can do to help. Even if I say nothing, at least you offered.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, I don't need no money from you, bro.
Right.
I
it's not about money.
Mm-hmm. Some people thinking
it's all about money. It's all about money.
My bad, bro. I missed it. Let me slide you. What's your cash out? What's your... I don't want the money, bro.
Right. I want the time.
I want money. Right. You know what I mean? If we died today, nigga, you know what I mean? I wanted to spend some time with you, nigga.
Right.
It's about memories and shit. Me knowing when I started this place and got this place, you was in here painting the wall.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? You was in here doing something. You gave all of what you can give. You know what I mean? Not just
money,
some dough all the time. Like that shit get old.
Right. Because money ain't everything.
Fuck no.
Money ain't everything. So which one you rather have, money or time?
Both. Like, I would say honestly, what you mean time? Like what? Like
time? Just time? Yeah, just time.
Or
just
like
freedom.
how you saying like somebody come and help? Of course,
just
time, because that's more valuable. Time is more valuable.
I used to think money.
You used to think money?
Don't get me wrong. I'ma still take the money. I take it.
I used to,
but I do think time is more valuable.
Yeah, I like time. I'm a quality time type of person.
I started like asking like if you could spend like time or. I ain't really grow with my parents for real, so I used to be asking people like, hey, if you spend more time with your parents for like time or money, what would you want? I was like, damn, like I want that shit changed my mind. Like I want the time.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because I ain't had none for real.
Because that's more valuable.
That shit more valuable, more memories, learning more. And
that's what's gonna last forever.
And
money
that shit,
flow.
yeah, man, you that shit. Somebody can ask you for that shit. You got a good heart, it's gone.
Right.
That's simple. Nigga like me, man. Gee, man, fucked up. Shit, come get it.
Right.
Shit gone that fast.
Right. Facts. How is it important to have that support system like your family?
I think it's very important. Like,
Facts. So they the only ones that's with you, right?
Right. They're like at the end of the day, those are the people that you're gonna be able to call on and count on. Like, don't get me wrong,
again
friends,
and again.
Right. But don't get me wrong, friends are always good to have, and of course they're gonna be there whenever they can and stuff. But at the end of the day, your parents is gonna, or that essential support system, those are people that's gonna make it shake for real.
Right. No matter what you do.
Yeah, no matter what, they're gonna be there, 10 toes
down,
doing whatever, without even asking. Like,
right.
A lot of things, like I said, for me in my shop, it was Of course, my mom, but it was really my dad that really like everything in there. He did.
Damn.
From mounting mirrors and shelves and putting furniture together. And I'm like, mind you, it wasn't about the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I nobody put $1 into it. I bought everything. I did everything, but the fact that you came and you put it together.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. That you showed up.
Yeah, like and you there without even me asking.
Right.
You what you need done today?
Right.
Yeah. You hitting my phone about it.
Right. Hey, I love that. Hey, I love that energy. You hit my phone about it.
I didn't even have to.
I love that energy.
You.
I love that energy.
That's real. Like I didn't have to reach out to you. You woke up today with it on your mind.
Your heart.
Yeah.
I love that energy. When you hit my phone
right,
about it.
because you thinking about it. Not because I'm asking you or I'm saying something. You hit my phone about it because you know I'm coming to you.
Right.
Or because I brought it up to you and now you at home think about it.
Facts. Why did that mean so much to you that they took the initiative?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just of course it feels good. It's your parents.
I mean, I'm just saying anybody.
Right, yeah, no. Like I said, it's really.
Are you like that? We gonna ask that first before we ask that question. Are you like that? Do you if your friends would start something, they was getting something going, would you be the first one to say, hey, what y'all need?
I feel like when anybody of my friends with anything, I'm supporting it 10 toes. Like
right. You paint walls?
Huh?
You gonna paint a wall?
I'm gonna pick out the paint for you.
You gonna put the paint? Or you gonna put somebody in position to paint?
Right, and I'll take care of it. I might not get my hands dirty, but I'm
put somebody there for
right,
you.
I got it covered.
Bet.
But yeah, for me, I feel like whatever, like any of my friends do anything like hair, that's who I'm going to now. I'm sorry, I gotta tell my old person, I'm sorry.
Even if they trash,
we gonna work on it.
Even if she can't get them curls right.
I swear, my friends, everything I do or get done. If my friends do it, I'm going to my friends to do it.
Right.
Because
a bunch of nails and stuff now.
Literally, my best friend do nails. My hair.
Adam, where they at?
See, right. Erica B hair.
Give her a shout out.
Right.
Shout out to Erica. Shout out to Erica.
Nails is JT the nail fairy.
Okay.
Right. I'm literally like my friends. If they do it, I'm putting money in your pockets. That's who you know.
Gotta keep the circle going.
Yeah, because I want you to be the other way around. Like I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. Like of course. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. Like, so for me, I just feel like it's important when you have something, you have that support because that just means you want to see me do well.
Facts.
And it's genuine. I feel like it's genuine when, I don't have to ask you about it. You're sitting at home, you woke up today thinking about me winning.
Yeah.
That's
me
deep.
winning.
Yeah, like, that's deep. Like, you woke up today and it was on your mind.
To see you win.
To see me win.
That's beautiful.
Right.
It was on your mind, what I had going on or what I got to do and what you could do to help me without me having to ask you or hit your phone or beg you or complain to you. Or no, you took it upon yourself. That just shows that it was genuine for me. I think that'd be the biggest part. It's just about being genuine.
It's about
genuine.
being
It's just genuine support.
Genuine support. I love
like
that.
support is good when you regardless, but it hit different when you don't have to ask for it.
Well, it definitely hit different when you ain't gotta ask for it.
That's a fact.
It's definitely hit different. That's why I love when somebody can just go ahead and just hit me up. Be like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Hit me first thing in the morning. Talk about I got you. I love that. What would you tell a younger version of you?
Oh man, I would say don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Right. Bad boys don't do it. But no, like I would say don't stop and just focus on yourself.
Right.
I think when you're young, I'm still young, but like when you're young and stuff like that, you tend to get distracted easily.
Definitely. There's so much
going on,
And
like,
your brain's so little right now.
Exactly. So I would
it's
just
like a sponge.
say, literally. So I would just say, just to the best of your abilities, of course, just try to stay focused on what you want to do, what you got going on, and also have fun and don't be too hard on yourself too.
Right.
I think a lot of times, especially like when you in the business or something or having your own, like you are your world's biggest critic,
Right.
So I feel like you're trying to go so hard that sometimes you don't give yourself enough credit.
Right.
Sometimes where it's just like you're really doing it for real, but you don't see it that way because you're so eager to get to the next level or what's next that you're not really taking in what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we want to give you flowers today.
Right.
We want
thank
to give
you.
you your flowers today. You working.
For real.
You working.
I feel like you are supposed to do that. And I think it's definitely, like I said, easier said than done because, you constantly wake up every day trying to figure out what else you got to do and what you got to do and what's next. Sometimes you don't sit back and be like, dang, I'm really doing good for myself right now.
Yeah, that's how I said. You said you making me feel young. I'm like, you 23, like you really doing
great.
Like
a baby?
You feel you're doing great for 23. Cause there's so many people that that's not even that's older. You don't even got the same mindset, the same goals, the same driven. You know what I mean? So as I said, it's really good to see a young black woman really, getting in the industry, really walking out on faith.
Hell yeah.
And really doing your thing. And that's why we wanted to get you on here to share some wisdom. And we see you working, we see you doing your thing, and we want to give you your flowers today.
Don't make me get like, no.
We ain't gonna make you cry today.
Right, but I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
So where can they find you at? We're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. Man.
So
where can they get you at?
My Instagram is Celebrity Cam. That's Celebrity with Cam with 2 M's.
2 M's.
2 M's on the Cam.
Right? Why 2 M's?
Cam with a C. Stop playing with me. But no, for real. Like, 2 M's, I don't know. That's just always been my thing. Just stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
More millions.
Okay, right. We can say it right now. Now, we can stand for that. That's the
More
answer
millions right there.
That's the answer right there.
More millions.
Right,
I like that one.
Personal, and then my business is thecelebrity.co. That's my Instagram. So
y'all tap in.
Me, tap in. I follow back, show love, come out to my spot.
Yes, I'm told you I'm gonna come show some love.
Right there in Capitol Heights, 9244 East Hampton Drive.
Okay.
Right, y'all gonna find me, see the sign, that's me. But yeah, so y'all tap in, and I appreciate y'all having me here today.
You welcome, and ladies, make sure y'all come tap in.
Right,
no more strips.
Oh my God, y'all.
No more strips. No more strips. We didn't get strips. No more strips,
y'all. Not too much on the strip girlies. Let them live.
No, we can't let them live, man. We gotta let them know it's unacceptable on this podcast.
You gotta go.
Gotta go.
You gotta go to professionals.
Yeah, we gonna leave it to the professionals.
Okay. Yeah.
We gonna leave it to the professionals.
I like to leave it to the professionals.
We gonna leave it to the professionals, man.
Everybody come get y'all asses.
Get y'all
boys hate the strips, y'all.
Get Wendy. Let them know, yeah.
It's about that time. It's about that. Get up under that.
And because they do be like crooked.
Yeah, I know you see it.
No, I see it because the glue be coming off.
Right,
and they be lifting
come
in the
on
corners,
now.
Right, so that's why I come get y'all lashes done because the boys hate the strips, y'all. They hate the strips.
We hate the strips.
They hate the strips.
We hate the strips.
I'm appreciative y'all having me on here. This is a great podcast. I think y'all doing something well. I think
thank
y'all doing something good.
Thank you.
I think, like I said, it's bigger than money.
It's bigger than money, right?
It's bigger than all that. Y'all
it's bigger than all
putting
that.
the work in. Y'all contacting these entrepreneurs. Y'all having questions. Y'all having good vibes. It was a nice setup. It was a good vibe. Y'all passed the vibe.
Let them know.
Y'all
okay.
passed the we cool right, y'all passed the vibe check. So, like I said, I think this is great. I think y'all should keep it up.
We're gonna keep it up because it's all about, as I said, it's not about the money, it's about the impact. You know what I mean? Just even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean? We know if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, we could turn that to 4 million, 5 million, how many ever views. It's just we just gotta stay consistent. And that's the key with it. Being consistent with it and standing 10 toes down on everything. Right. We 10 toes on quotes. We want y'all to know that. And we appreciate y'all. Y'all can find us at Quotes by Many. And that's on Instagram, and you can find us on YouTube and all your podcasts, wherever y'all go, you can find us. And we appreciate y'all. We're out.